Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements and welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the S&P 500, the Nasdaq100 and the DowJones30 on this final trading session of June and of course the final trading session of the second quarter. But before I start today's video, I would just like to start by saying a massive congratulations to everyone over in my Signal team. We closed a profitable trade yesterday where we bought Charles Schwab at around $54 and we had to take profit initially at around $58, but we did choose to close that position slightly earlier than expected yesterday, which represented a 4.5% gain here in Charles Schwab. We have this inverted head and shoulders pattern. We've broken out, very similar to the pattern here in the DowJones30. So I just want to start by saying a massive congratulations. That was a trade that we closed yesterday, yielding 4.6%. And, just quickly talking about that position yesterday, we are now up over 50% for the year. And this month alone, we've profited 23% in June. We actually have a 87.5% win rate where we've won, I think it was, sorry, let me just quickly have a look. I think we've won 7 trades and only lost 1 in the month of June. So fantastic work from everyone over in the free Daily Market Movements Trading Signal group. And if you would like to join this group for completely free of charge, all you have to do is scan this QR code on your screen. It will take you to my website where you can subscribe. It takes 10 seconds to sign up. But let's get started with today's video. And, it's fantastic to see us rallying very strongly going into the close here for this trading week. June has been a fantastic month so far. We're up significantly. And of course, we're about to close the best half of the year, first half of the year for the Nasdaq100. And of course, the S&P 500 is up around 10%. So it really has been a very, very strong start to the year of 2023. Now, let's just quickly talk about what I had forecast going into the start of this week. And that was that we were forming this bull flag pattern here on the 2-hour chart, and I did say for the past couple of trading sessions that a break above here would likely, initiate a move up towards the swing highs that we achieved a few weeks ago, which was up around 4,440. And as you can see, we're now trading above 4,440. And I think that this market can actually go one leg high and go and trade up towards 4,500. Now, I have seen some comments on my YouTube channel this past week saying, Max, you're crazy. We're going to see a massive sell-off. But I've been saying, just because the market is overbought, it doesn't mean that we have to sell off. In fact, when you're seeing crazy runs higher like we have done this year, you don't really want to be a seller until there are clear evidence, there are clear signs of exhaustion and signs that investors are really starting to chase these profits at crazy levels, and we haven't quite yet seen that. So if we quickly look at the daily chart and we draw this fib chart from the peak to trough that we formed back in February, that would be this phase here. This is the peak to trough that we formed from the February highs all the way through to the March lows. That brings us this fib chart, and as you can see, the foot extension of 1.618 was tested. We initially got broken back down. We went and tested 4,300, which is a 0.61 fib area from its peak to trough that formed from 2022 bear market, where of course we bottomed in October, and we are now trading above that 1.618 area. So this now likely brings in the 0.786 fib area, which is up around 4,538. This is an area where I do believe the S&P 500 will target going into mid of July. We still have 2 weeks left of very strong seasonal period, especially when it comes to the presidential cycle. The first 2 quarters up until mid-July are very, very strong in this current year for this presidential cycle. So I do believe that the S&P 500 can continue to trade higher despite overbought readings here on the daily chart. But, again, one mistake that traders make is that they only focus on the daily chart. Broaden it out. Look at the weekly. The weekly, we haven't even hit 70 on the RSI yet, and then the monthly is even better. We're nowhere near considered to be overbought here on the monthly chart for the S&P 500. So do I believe this market still has room to move higher? Absolutely, and I think that going into the next 2 weeks, we are going to see a continuation of this rally higher. Now, moving over to the Nasdaq100, this is the 2-hour chart. We've been trading in this uptrend for the past couple of weeks now, and very similar to the S&P 500. We did recently form this bull flag. We've broken out, and now it's highly likely that we go and trade up towards this fib area. So if we go up to the daily chart quickly, it will just bring some more clarity. with fib area being 15,400. That is my price target here for the Nasdaq 100. Again, just want to say a massive congratulations to everyone in my signal team. That's my free signal team. I posted a buy signal at 14,750 earlier on this week, and at this moment in time, since our entry point at 14,750, we are currently trading up around 3% in profit, and I expect this to continue to grow as we go into next week. So 15,160 is where the Nasdaq 100 trades at this moment in time. The session highs was all the way up at 15,200, and I wouldn't be surprised if we close at the session high here for the Nasdaq 100. But we continue to see investors and hedge funds who have been massively underinvested in some of the top flyers this year, which is the likes of Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Nvidia. They continue to allocate funds and money going into the second half of 2023 in the areas of the market which have worked for the first half. So we're not seeing these hedge funds allocate their funds into the more cyclical names, the financials, the energy names, for example. We're seeing the money flow into parts of the market which have worked for the first half, and I do believe this is going to continue going into the second half of 2023. So again, don't believe that this market is overbought just because on the RSI on the daily chart it looks a little bit frothy, because if we go into the monthly chart, for example, just like the S&P 500, we currently have a reading at 61. Broaden out your analysis. Don't just focus on the daily charts, guys. I know many of the day traders who watch my videos, you are literally very nimble traders getting in and out of the markets, but you've got to broaden out your analysis here and look at the longer term, the longer time frames, and I guarantee it will change your opinions as to where this market could potentially change, because I think this market is destined to go up towards its all-time high going into the second half of this year. Late of 2023, the back half of this year, I do believe we've got a very good and high chance of us going and achieving a brand new all-time high. And I know that sounds crazy right now, but I was super bullish back in January for the Nasdaq 100. For those who follow my content on Instagram and on YouTube, you would have heard me say that Nvidia was my favorite stock going into this year, and boy, it's one of the top performers so far this year, up around 190%. So give me some trust and some have some confidence in me here when I say that we are highly likely to go and trade up towards a brand new all-time high going into the back half of 2023. And then moving over to the Dow Jones 30, I've been saying for the past 2 to 3 weeks that this is the most important chart. If you want to see a broadening out and a higher rally here in the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500, then you need the Dow Jones 30 to participate as well. And have we seen that this week? Yes, we have. In fact, this was the chart that initially led the rallies in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, where we got that bounce off the 50-day EMA. And so far, we're up around 2%, which is very good gains here for the Dow Jones 30 since we bounced off the 50-day EMA. You can go and look at the videos that I was posting on Monday and Tuesday this week when we were trading all the way down at 33,700. I was telling you all here on YouTube to go and buy the Dow Jones 30. Also, just want to say a massive congratulations to everyone in my signal team. We have a buy trade here around 34,000, and now we're trading very nicely in profit here for the Dow Jones 30, but I believe that we are going to still continue to rally high here. I wouldn't be surprised if we take out the swing highs that we achieved back on the 16th of June, up around 34,573, and if we go and back test this current price area, which was a swing highs that we achieved back at the end of 2022. This is an area where I believe that we will go and target in the coming days and weeks ahead. Unlike the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, we are nowhere near considered to be overbought on the daily chart. And of course, if we go on the monthly and the weekly chart, again, we're nowhere near considered to be overbought. And it just shows how much further this market could potentially rally. And I think that although technology is going to shine again in the second half of 2023, I do believe that you are going to see a lot of money also flow into the more cyclical names, the financial names, the energy names, the more discretionary names. This is a part of an area where I do believe we'll have, lots of love going into the second half. So I do like owning the Dow Jones 30. I do own it along with my signal team. But, from myself here, Max, at Daily Market Movements, I just want to say thank you to everyone who is part of my free signal team. We have absolutely smashed it for the first half of 2023, and especially the month of June. And of course, this trading week, we have had some fantastic profits so far this year. And if you at home have been watching my videos for some time and you've been tempted to sign up to my signal team, then give me a trial. It's 7 days. It's completely free of charge. All you have to do is scan this QR code. It will take you through to my website. You can cancel at any time and you will never be charged. Give me a try and I guarantee you will end up staying in our signal team. All you have to do is scan that QR code. It will take you to my website where you can sign up. It takes 10 seconds to get involved, guys. And I look very forward to welcoming you all over on my free Telegram group chat.